everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Maria, and if you're new to my channel, I make videos on all things related to frugal living and personal finance and other lifestyle videos. Today I will be talking to you all about living below your means, what that looks like in practice, and some tips for you to take away as well. If you like this video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button down below, subscribe to my channel for more videos, and hit the bell notification so that you'll get notified when I post new content. So let's get started. One of the best tips that I ever got was to live below your means. But what does that even really mean? A lot of us are guilty of having champagne taste with a beer budget. And by that I mean purchasing and wanting a lot of expensive items with a limited source of funds. So what does it mean to live below your means? Well, there's living below your means and living within your means. Living within your means that your expenses are equal or less than the amount of money that you're bringing in. So for example, if you're bringing in $40,000 and your expenses come up to $39,000, then technically you're living within your means. Living below your means that your expenses is less than your income. So going back to the example that I had from before, let's say that your expenses come up to $30,000. That $10,000 is savings that you have, and it means that your expenses is less than the income that you're bringing in. It's really important to live below your means, pay off your debt, so that you can have some peace of mind. How does living above your means impact your finances? Living above your means is expensive in many ways. For example, you might pay a high amount of money on your credit card interest, or you might strap your budget on your car payments or mortgage payments. Just because you can afford it now doesn't mean that you'll be able to afford it if anything comes up down the road. When you buy something or you make a purchase, it's really important to think about the unexpected expenses that might come along with it. Impulse purchases are the worst when it comes to living above your means. It's really easy for us to swipe our credit cards left and right to purchase items and only think about it once the actual credit card bill comes. When you charge it and don't pay off your balance, you're really paying a lot more than what you had originally bargained for. What are some signs to look out for to know whether or not you're living above your means? There's a lot of indicators to look out for. The first is that you don't have an emergency fund. An emergency fund is money set aside for emergencies or unexpected expenses. The goal is to have 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses saved up in an emergency savings account. A lot of people don't have enough money in their savings account. If you are one of those people, you can start small with a $1,000 savings fund. You can set money aside every week or every paycheck towards your emergency fund. Another sign is that you have credit card debt. Credit card debt is really expensive, especially if you have a high interest rate payment. If you only pay the minimum payment, it could take you months, sometimes even years to pay that balance off. If you're using credit cards, make sure that you pay off the balance every month. By doing this, you're not accumulating debt and that you're not paying interest on top of that debt as well. Another sign that you're living above your means is that you're not saving 10% of your income. One of the best ways to save money is by saving 10% of your income from every pay period. For example, you get paid $1,000 bi-weekly, meaning every 2 weeks. 10% of that is $100. Within 1 month, you get paid $2,000, so 10% of that is $200. Within 5 months, you could save your $1,000 emergency fund. Having this emergency fund is really a big weight off your shoulders just in case any unexpected expenses or events come up. Another sign that you're living above your means is that you're purchasing big ticket items despite your finances. Are you buying a new phone every year when the new Apple or Samsung or whatever phone comes out? Are you buying new designer bags on credit card? This is a sign that you're living above your means, especially if you're just doing this to impress people that you don't even know or that really don't matter. If you're purchasing big ticket items and you're having a hard time paying it off and you're just living paycheck to paycheck, then this is a definite sign that you're living above your means. So how can you start living below your means? First, you need to get into the right mindset. Living below your means doesn't mean that you need to deprive yourself from things that you enjoy. You need to tackle it head on and determine where you're starting from. By doing this, you could get a hold of your financial situation and move ahead into building financial wealth. The first step into living below your means is to create a budget. I know that I've mentioned this in my previous videos before. I'll make sure to link those up top as well as down below, so make sure to check that out. Having a budget is really a helpful way to know how much money is coming in and how much money is coming out from your expenses. There's a lot of different ways to make a budget, and some of the most popular methods are cash envelope system, zero-based budgeting, using an Excel spreadsheet, or apps as well. The most important step is for you to have a budget that you could actually stick to. So make sure that you're realistic about it. The next step is to have a financial plan. A financial plan is really a plan that lays out how you will achieve your financial goals. These financial goals can vary from person to person. One person's plan might be to pay off their debt, while as another person's plan might be to save up money for a down payment for a house or for a particular purchase, whether it be a car or pay off school. Another tip to living below your means is to start living a frugal lifestyle. This could be purchasing clothing items or electronics pre-owned or used up. Another way is for you to start couponing whenever you go to a grocery store or buying things in bulk. Other ways might be downsizing into a smaller home so that you can have smaller amounts of payments towards your mortgage or rent. Another way is for you to sell off items that you don't need so that you could have extra income coming in. Try to take a look at your grocery spending and make sure that you have a list before you go in so that you're not tempted to purchase random items whenever you get to a grocery store. For example, for my husband and I, we've been purchasing a lot more vegetables and less meat just because meat prices are a lot more expensive than vegetables. On the plus side of that, eating vegetables is really healthy, plus we get protein from other sources such as beans as well as eggs. Another way to live below your means is to cut down the amount that you're spending eating out. For example, if you're eating out a few times a week, or if you're grabbing coffee every day, try to cut down that amount that you're spending. You can try brewing your own coffee, cooking meals at home and packing it for lunch whenever you go to work, or just eating out every few weeks as a little treat for yourself. I know for my husband and I, this was really something that we worked on during the pandemic. Before the pandemic, we went out for dinner just to have date nights a few times a week. But since the pandemic started and things kind of closed down during lockdown, then we started cooking more meals at home, and that became a habit and a routine for us. We also have a machine at home that makes coffee, so we just make sure to utilize that instead of going out to Starbucks or Tim Hortons or whatever coffee shop that you have around. Another way for you to live below your means is to don't try to keep up with the Joneses or the Smiths or the Hiltons or whoever it is. Resist the temptation and the pressure to have the same materialistic things as others just to impress them. You might be able to use credit cards and loans to fake your wealth for a short period of time, but this will really catch up to you and you're gonna have to pay for it in the long run. Another way in which you can live below your means is to save up for purchases instead of using credit. People often use credit cards for large purchases such as TVs or electronics or designer purses or furniture. Instead of paying for these purchases on credit, try to set aside money every month so that you could purchase these outright. If you can't afford to save up for the purchase, then you really can't afford to buy it. The last, and I think the most important tip to living below your means is to shifting your financial mindset. The reality is, what you find important will really have a big impact on your lifestyle, on your finances, and how you live your life. If you feel like you need the latest things, designer brands, expensive cars, bigger house, then unless you make a ton of money, then you're always just continuously going to be striving for that next thing. Part of living below your means is being content with what you have. Is what matters to you the most really a fancy car, or is it financial freedom? So what does it mean to live below your means? It means spending less than you earn. It means not relying on debt to fund your lifestyle. It means working hard to make sure that you and your family are set up for financial freedom. Make sure that you shift your mindset and make living below your means a goal so that you can start achieving it. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please make sure to give this video a like, subscribe down below for more content on frugal living, personal finance, and other lifestyle videos, and make sure to hit the bell notification so that you'll get notified when I post new videos. I post videos weekly, so make sure that you hit that bell notification. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope that you all have a great day. Bye!